All right, hello, church. I'm going to do a quick video here, giving us a little bit of a rundown of our app. For those of you who are unaware, we do have a new app now. We're transitioning like all of our church management software stuff, uh, in-house stuff, to a new system called Subsplash. And one of the features is they have this ability to make an app, specific for your church. And so first and foremost, you just go to your app store, either Apple, Android, or I think even Amazon has it as well. But you'll go in to the app store, you'll search ChristChurchWeb, and that's if you do it all one word, I'm pretty sure it's the very first one that comes up. Download the app, and then it'll look like this, something along these lines. You'll kind of go into the app, and then this brings you to the very front page. Nothing in this is complicated, but there's just really a lot of stuff that we can find in here. So I wanted to kind of go through this just to give us a quick overview so that you can at least have your foundation in where we're going. So first and foremost, you got your main little section here, which is going to have things that are going to kind of rotate as time goes on, I'm sure. The very top one there, God's Word, is the sermon that I preached this last week. This read through the Bible. This was kind of a cool little extra feature, but it was able to bring us directly to the sign up for this. But that, since we're done with the Bible read through, well, that'll actually go off here sometime soon. But that's kind of that's the opening thing. And then up at the top, you see a handful of little icons, and then down at the bottom, you also have some navigation. So let me run through the very first thing that we want you to do, and that would be go to the top right corner to the little guy, little man icon or person icon there. Tap that, and that's going to bring you in, give you the option to sign in. You don't have to. We would love it if you would. That way, it gives you all the features, and you can do quite a few other things signing in. Most important is just communication. So you'll tap sign in. You can sign in. Continue with your email, continue with Google. If you have an Android, continue with Apple. We basically have to connect you in the system once you've done all of this. But one of the things that we've noticed with you iPhone users is that when you connect using Apple, it actually creates its own, quote unquote, secure email to do that. And so when you then go in and you sign in, you'll see that your email. So then you got your profile will come up. You can tap on that, edit your profile, come in here, make sure all this information is right. But under this email section, you might see a weird email, but that's because you signed in using Amazon or using iPhone or whatever, Apple. So go in and adjust all your stuff. And then that'll get you up to 100%. I'm not quite sure what is not done in there, but I won't take the time to do that now. But then you go back out if you're volunteering in any way in this same section. So how we get back to that, right? So you tap on now your icon up at the top, and then you'll see right here, schedule. Once you're scheduled for something, so if you're going to be in the worship team or if you're going to serve in children's ministry, as we get everything transitioned over to Subsplash, you'll see your upcoming events and volunteer requests. So you'll see both I'm on for this week and I'm requested for next week or whatever it might be. You can also go in there and say, we'll be out of town this week in the summer, and that would help us out too. You can continue to listen where you left off last. And then, a lot of this other stuff you see in most apps, most social media kind of apps, you can figure most of that stuff out. Before I go over to the main section that we will probably use most often, down at the bottom you see these other navigation icons, right? So you can go to the sermons, just like you would expect. The sermons are going to get pulled up here, and those will, you'll be able to go and navigate through. Just again, not nothing complicated here. The most recent one will be up there when we have our live streams. When our live stream is live on Sunday mornings, you'll be able to see the live stream as it's happening. That's pretty cool. The calendar page, this one might look different next time you come on. We're still trying to make sure we get all this set up right. I'm not quite sure if we have it set up right. But this will be all the events that are coming up as we go along. And then giving, one of the things that I will encourage you to do, if you have been doing online giving, or if you are planning on, or if you have a reoccurring online gift, I should say, we'll need I encourage you to go into Planning Center Giving and turn off your reoccurring giving really before you then come in here and reset it. You will need to reset it. We used to use Planning Center Giving. Now we're using Subsplash Giving. They actually use the same program in the background, but the interface is different. When we make the final transition, probably in the next week or so, that'll get turned off. But for your own peace of mind and for our peace of mind, if you want to go in and turn that off, it's probably a wise thing to do. Again, it 100% should get turned off. It shouldn't just keep doing the reoccurring giving once we have stopped using that service. But just again, for the sake of wisdom, that would be in there. And that's, again, just like you would imagine, it's going to look very much the same if you've been using online giving. Put your amount in, what fund you want it to go to, things of that nature. And then the Bible app. Apparently I closed it out. And then the Bible app right there in the middle. I really like this. There's a couple really cool features. The one thing that I was a little bit sad about is that there is no CSB in here, but maybe that'll come at a later point. So pick the Bible you want to read through, and this will just have, you can read the Bible just like any Bible app. Two other things. Some of them have audio Bibles, and you just tap the play button there. You can navigate through that way. But also, if you want to do a Bible reading plan, we have this one set up to be automatic. So this is the McShaney Bible reading plan, and you can actually follow along. You tap in there, and it actually gives you everything that you would need to read for the day in the correct place. So Genesis 1, Matthew 1, you see it's just set up real nice there, and you can play it if you want to listen to it, audio Bible. That's pretty cool. Also, you'll notice the related media up there at the top. If you're reading in, say, Exodus chapter 1, you'll see the sermon that I preached, or whoever maybe have preached, as long as that was a passage that we were preaching out of. You'll see this little thing, and you can tap it and listen and see what's going on there. So I thought that was kind of a neat little added feature. Up at the top, two other buttons that I want to point out is the lines. This is the last thing that you were listening to. So I was listening to 2 Peter 3. And that'll just bring you back up to the last spot. I can push play if I wanted to. So if you ever want to go back to see what you were listening to or pick up where you left off, you can also turn your phone off and listen to it just as audio. You don't have to watch it like we used to have to do on in the old system. And then the last one is the messaging, the messaging section. This one is, again, probably what will get most used over time. Most regularly used by most of us. So you'll come in here and you'll see that there's two sections. You got conversations and you got discover. First, the conversations is going to bring you right up to the conversations. These are where you are already in. These are the groups that you're already in. The one that I want everybody to be a part of is Church Chat. This will just be the general information, general contact stuff. We'll share a whole bunch of stuff. If you've been on it already, and now 29 of us are already on it, you saw all the communication about our read through the Bible. A couple different things that you can add to that. I'll let you explore that on your own. But then you'll see parents and middle schoolers, the men's group, worship team, the young adult ministry group, YAMS. So the other places that you might want to get involved in, and there's a couple ways that you can get connected, but the one that I'm really going to encourage all of you to get to know is tap over here on Discover. So in this section, you'll see all of the groups that are available in the church, right? So missions committee, hospitality, worship, children's ministry, all these different things. One of the reasons why I'm encouraging you to go find it rather than us just sending invitations. We'll likely send invitations out to everybody. If we see that you're not in the group yet, we'll send these invitations out so that we can get you there. But I really think that this is a good way for you to continuously see the different things that you can get involved in at Christ Church, right? So say you're like, you know what, I really want to get involved. I don't necessarily want to do children's ministry or something like that. Maybe something that you've heard announced before, but how can I get involved? Well, maybe I really have a heart for missions. And so then you can come over here to Discover, hey, missions committee, you tap into that, add yourself to the group, join the group, or request to join the group, and then get connected that way. So if you want to get connected into the various different things that we're doing at Christ Church, this is a simple way to kind of get started in that. Again, what I really hope for you guys to do is jump into the app, do a little exploring, see if you can find different things. I'm really excited about this for selfish reasons as staff of Christ Church, and me and Wes and Angie, we've been talking a lot about this over the last few weeks, and the streamlined nature of everything that's going on. We're really excited about what we see about the potential that we see in all of this. So we think that it's going to be really good. We thank you for the grace that you show us as we transition and undoubtedly have some hiccups here and there trying to get things done the right way and in the right order and all that kind of stuff. Um, so again, thank you for that, and we're really excited about this and look forward to seeing how it might be a blessing to each of us. So that is all I have for us. We'll talk to all of you later.